So, recapping what happened last time from what I have written will take too fucking long. But to give you the long story short, uh, you stumbled upon what the infected people do to each other, or what, you know, crazy people do to each other. And then you stumbled upon the actual bad guys, and then you saw what they do to people, and then you decided to get the fuck away out of Dodge, right? Uh,
Hmm.
you ran away and stumbled
Got to
upon
the helm.
one dude on his own. You killed him, and then took his badge, and then got in the tram and went to the bridge. Then you attempted to reprogram the ship's computer, or
So,
the AI in the ship's computer, and
setting as captains.
yes, and that did not work, and it was going to take a really long time. And then, upon hearing strange sounds and stuff elsewhere, he decided to. Let's see here. Penny said, "quote fuck it," and hit activate. So he
Yes.
turned on Lisa, and she informed you of lots of things, and namely the imminent threat of death in 2.5 hours from the ship re-entering the atmosphere of the planet, where it can't pull back out. And considering that the engines are all dead, this is a really big problem. So you guys decided that you didn't want to be dead, and you were gonna try to help fix that problem, right?
Hmm.
Then you went to the engineering tram platform, and then it was like a 30-minute drive, avoiding all of the significant biological buildup, blocking the most efficient tram paths. You ended up getting there eventually. You got off the tram, and the place was more or less empty. You found the small digital storefront, and then that's about it, and a couple set of doors.
Okay. Everybody have weapons ready? Loaded?
Yep.
Are we starting from this screen so I can pull up my stuff, or are we gonna go to
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
actual?
we're gonna start here.
Okay. Then I need to pull up my energy reserve frame and put this down at the bottom so I can fuck with it. Sander clips was currently in the weapon, by the way.
Sounds good. So what's everybody doing?
Uh, I've already checked my weapon again on the ride there. Um, SOP, find myself a good position. Check all corners, pie corners, make sure we're safe in the space we're in and clear it.
Sounds fair.
Do you need a any kind of check for that, or is it just this is a quick thing, which is not like a full hour long search of the room?
It's a quick thing, just glancing
Okay.
around. You've
See
identified
anything?
no threats in the area. It
Sweet.
looks pretty deserted. There's pieces of paper laying around on the ground, eviction notices, or not eviction notices, notices of biological contaminants.
You are soon to be ejected from the ship.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And then there's just a lot of those, and then like warning of those infected, and what to do if you're infected, and yada 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 yada. And
I'll read what they came up with. Is there anything interesting about what they said to do?
uh,
Off yourself quickly.
it says that you're to report to the medical bay if you have any symptoms of these listed, and then the list is pretty extensive. It includes everything from psychopathic episodes to memory loss to everything else,
Okay.
and then written on the wall and what looks like spray paint or something like that says it's a lie. And then there's other places where those little symbols are like drawn on the wall with paint, feces. Who really knows?
Whatever it is, it's hard on there probably. Okay. How many doors we got to go through?
There's one really big door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Sweet. What was her name again?
Lisa?
Lisa. Lisa. Life signs on the other side of that door.
There is significant biological buildup.
Okay. Checks. Okay. Now I need to actually do the scrounge thing. I'm gonna see if there's any additional like air canisters in this area for like, in case any kind of collapse happens, an emergency casing.
Sounds fair. So
You need a
scrounging takes an
scrounge.
hour.
Okay. I don't want to spend that
So
long.
you guys gonna do a quick search of the room?
Like perception, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's make
I
it.
let everyone else. I tell everyone else that's probably a good idea.
I'll help you.
Thanks.
While you guys are flipping through back and forth, looking underneath boxes and crates and what looks like luggage and things, you don't really see much.
There's not like a security box on the wall that's like got a fire hydrant or a fire extinguisher and like a couple of air cans.
There is one, but it's open and all of its contents are missing.
Okay. So we didn't find anything. Cool. Rego, do you have the list of stuff we've picked up?
I still have a lot of things taken out of my character sheet. What do you need?
Do you want to know how many air canisters we have on us?
I
I can
know
run
how many
upstairs and grab a pencil real
items
quick.
I am carrying with me, and it's one.
I think all of us have, or you and I both have two at this point. I think. I don't know.
I have the ones you gave me, and
Okay.
I thought it was just one. So,
Just
I
the
will
one
just,
extra.
yeah.
Okay. Then if I handed an extra one over, it's probably because I found two. So,
Okay.
you and I have two apiece, including the one that's partially empty from our travel so far. Um, Probably a good idea to put the new ones in, considering we're about to go into a huge biological hazard.
Yeah.
When he gets back, we'll mention that.
I am back.
Hey, we're going to put in the spare canister of air that we currently have available to us, so we have a complete charge of that. We don't have to switch out in the middle of like a nasty infested room.
Sounds fair.
So how much time do those normally last us?
Uh, the tiny air canisters that you have last. I gotta open this book. I closed it out when I didn't think Shimon was gonna make it.
Ba-dum.
Oh boy.
There we go. Air tanks. You guys have mini tanks, and they last for 20 minutes.
Okay, so we got to move through this as quick as we can. Then with a full tank in, let's open that door.
Fair enough. Whenever you open the door, you can see that the walls are lined with what's left of the crew. Good 2 or 3 inches thick of just pulsating mass into goo. And it doesn't really seem to react to anything. At least when the door opens itself. But it does look quite unnerving.
Okay. kind of expecting something gross, and here we are.
Okay. I
So
get
we're
two
kind of like in
pieces.
a meat hallway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not a meat room; it's a meat hallway. Let's go.
I get two pistols in hand.
Are there lights on? Emergency lights, red lights, anything?
There are patches of the meat hallway that are glowing where there would be lights. Otherwise, it's pretty
All
dark.
right.
Is she able
Then-
to give us like some general instructions on where to turn and stuff to go where we need to go?
You have like the little map thing for your
Okay.
visor.
So we can just go.
Congrats, we're all Doom soldiers.
That means we're gonna die, I think.
I mean, not if we find a goth gun.
It's like, I don't like this.
We just need a
I
goth
don't think
cannon,
I'm Doom guy, so I don't think this is gonna turn out well for me.
I wonder if there's ever a need for chainsaws in space. So let's keep moving. I turn on the flashlight on my rifle and I'm pointed ahead and I'm watching corners.
Fair enough. Whenever you step on the goo, you feel it. It's pretty unpleasant, but it's like it doesn't react or move at you or anything or grab you or what have you.
Okay.
It's just sickeningly squishy. It's like walking on shag carpeting.
Neat.
Yeah,
Slightly slippery, but not like bad enough to keep you from having grip. Gotcha.
indeed. Mag
We are moving through this thing at a clip. We don't have time.
Fair enough.
We are at the fast-paced part of the game. Let's do this.
So you guys run down the hallway pretty quickly, and there's not really much of anything to note. It's more like a one-shot down to the left, to the right. You just kind of follow the instruction that it's given. I assume you guys are not stopping to check on anything that doesn't look immediately threatening.
No.
Yeah. Anytime we get to a corner, I ping the ping Penny and I say, life signs of movement,
She gives
just to double check her sensors and then check it with the eyes.
her sensors inform you that there's massive biological material and it's all moving. So like she can't really give much detail.
Okay. All right. I would just expect that like the walls moving slightly versus a large creature moving quickly,
It's
or
fair.
even slowly, it would be a big blip versus a small blip.
She tells you the entire back of the ship is one big blip.
That is horrifying. All right. Keep moving.
And so you guys make your way back and forth, and you get to an area, and it's just like solid goo, like it's just blocked off.
Oh.
Okay. Got an alternate path, any?
There's a doorway on your left that's supposed to be some sort of maintenance hatch. It's usually used by robots, and it drops down 2 or 3 floors. And while not made for human transportation, you might be able to get through it.
All right. I got a glow stick.
A glow stick?
I think I have a glow stick. We never really talked about the shit I would have asked for,
Yeah.
but things that would have been on my person are like basic supplies for in case of power outages and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. We'll say you got a glow stick.
Yeah, I'll crack that and toss it down the hole.
It seems to go down a good 40 or 50 feet before it clangs noisily on metal.
All right. Does it fall at normal speed or is it lower gravity?
It falls at normal speed.
Sweet. Ladder?
There is no ladder.
Yay.
Okay. So what do you grab onto?
There's like,
Walls?
yeah, pretty much. There's it looks like inset teeth on the gears where something just travels up and down in a box.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not made for people.
Can the robot fit in it?
Yeah, you could all fit in it. It's probably the opening itself is probably like 4 feet by 3 feet. But the inside of the actual area is probably about 4 feet by 4 feet.
Okay. Then, Connor, you first. I figure since you're a big mechanical dude, you can probably grip on that better than we can. And if we fall,
No,
you're
I
there.
don't wanna.
Look, do you want to die here, or do you want to die on the surface of a planet where these things came from?
It doesn't matter to me.
Same.
Get in there, come on.
My climbing skill's an 8.
And eat.
An 8.
Eat. That's a pretty low.
Are there any other possibilities other than this?
Anyone got a rope?
No, I don't.
Anyone got a...
Do our grab boots help us, or anything like that?
You have magnetic boots that are useful for transversing outside of ship scenarios.
But this is an area with gravity.
Yeah, but they help you have grip on the wall with your feet, at least.
Yeah. Personally, I'd say it gives you at least like a +2 to your climbing, at least for metal things. You still gotta grab a hold of it,
+2?
but like.
+2 is a big help.
Indeed. You
Time
got
to fall
footholds
down.
Whenever.
Time to fall.
Ah, thud.
No, I succeeded.
Oh man. So Robot Man climbs in and skitters down like he's part squirrel.
All right, I'll go down second.
Fair enough.
Oh, I got a default climbing.
Oh boy. Remember, you get a +2.
What is default?
Ass.
DX -5.
Dex -3. So an 8. I failed by 7.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God.
Okay then.
I fall on Connor because I'm right on top, right above him.
Nah, I'm on the bottom now. It's fine.
No, we're following this like you would breaching a room. You're nut to butt. You're right behind each other, so I'm right behind you.
No.
Let's see if everybody fails.
Yeah.
Yes.
Impressive. Fuck taking extra time. Everybody just yeets themselves 40 feet. Give me a second.
I was confident rolling against my 10.
I want to try an acrobatic
Apparently,
stuff.
I was the only person to pick up climbing as a skill.
Yeah, you did.
What if we didn't have to climb in space?
I want to try
You always
something.
have to climb.
I want to try something acrobatic to soften the.
I have
fall.
hiking. How often do you hike in space?
Give me just a second.
But I'm serious about the acrobatic stuff. I want to try it to see if I can soften the fall.
I would like to call that a test.
I'll let you roll it.
Hey, Jake. That's a test.
What are you rolling against? An 8? I think that's a test. Give me just a second. I gotta figure out how far.
How
far?
quickly am I going to die? Please tell
You
me.
said it was like 3 floors, didn't you?
Is this my session? Is this my
So it'd
death
be
session?
like 30 to 40 feet.
That's a pretty long ways.
It is a lot.
When you start climbing, roll another every 5 minutes. Any failure means falling. If you secure yourself, you only fall to the end of the rope unless you roll a critical failure. Skill blow on.
We needed rope.
Cases used.
Why does nobody have rope?
I mean,
Why is
I have a strength 11. I'm braced against the metal, so like.
My strength doesn't matter. This is like D&D. You gotta use your dex or whatever. You need a reflex check.
So
I intimidate gravity.
So you can climb down 50 feet in 5 minutes, because it's 10 feet
So-
a minute, and So you can get to the bottom in about 4 minutes
And with one roll.
with one roll. So at least
So I-
there's that.
I could have got to the bottom. But they
I'm-
jumped on top of me.
I'm- I am pretty sure that -7 get us to the bottom pretty quick.
Yeah, you climb down a hell of a lot faster than the robot.
Very
You
efficient.
achieved that by not touching anything else in between.
So if I can add climbing to my list of skills if I survive this.
That is true. All right, so let's.
You'll survive it and you just get hurt.
It's true.
I
How
think.
hurt? Do I break a leg?
It's pretty vicious.
It's pretty bad.
40 feet is a nasty fall. And, that's the kind of
Isn't-
stuff that can possibly kill you.
Did I fall all 40 feet though?
Yeah, because it's such a short climb that you only required one roll.
Yeah. If it was a longer fall, you could have had a second roll.
Yeah, you could have climbed down a little. You could have climbed down a little before you fell.
Okay. Just give me the numbers and what happens to me. Come on, let's do this.
I'm working on it.
I'm sitting here being anxious. I'd rather not.
It's really complicated because you have to use like falling speed and velocity and
Oh, I
shit.
want to make sure I give you the right numbers. That way I don't
It's
accidentally kill you.
it's Gurps nasty numbers.
Yeah. Oh, derp, I'm over here looking in the wrong place. No wonder I'm not finding shit.
You essentially kind of just like slammed into the ground.
Yeah, it's a collision.
Basic set, skills, climbing.
Collisions.
It helps you climb.
Okay. So 40 feet is. $13 yards. 13 yards is a velocity of 17. So
17 meters per second.
yes.
Okay.
Hang on. But that's modified by local gravity.
Bop, 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 bop.
How long
As
will
I'm
they-
falling, I say, "Penny, turn off gravity in this hole."
I don't think
Ah.
acrobatics.
I'd rather be nauseous than dead.
You suddenly recall that flying is just throwing yourself to the ground and missing.
Oh, I see. If only you had aerobatics.
Yeah.
Help
Maybe
with your
you
natural
can.
flying.
Maybe you can intimidate nature and defy gravity.
Oh, square root. No wonder I'm fucking up.
I wonder how often you use aquabatics. God. You know you get a +2 to aerobatics if you have 3D spatial sense?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Do I have that since I have the tiny computer in my head?
I don't think so.
And other bullshit?
That one's a pretty unpleasant one to have. Maybe not unpleasant, but like uncommon. Okay, so 11 yards is what you effectively fell after considering the reduced gravity. And 11 yards.
It's not that bad.
Second, so your HP is what?
11.
So 11 times 11 divided by 100.
Oh, I think the thing you were thinking of was the break fall. It's for the acrobatics
Yeah.
landing thing, right?
Yeah, I'm trying
Martial
to.
arts, page 68,
It's 121 divided by 100.
covers break fall. And it actually is just like, it just defaults to just acrobatics, I think.
So it's 1d6 crushing damage. And there's nothing sharp or spiky at the bottom, so you're fine, but it's a hard object because it's the earth, so that's times 2. Or twice the HP of the moving object, which is used.
It's
Alright,
not
if
earth,
it's-
it's steel.
That's a 6. That's a 6 undead.
I mean, not really. I mean, I don't think I have the medical skills to help you, but
I am the medic.
It's 2d6 damage that you take once it's all said and done. And then that's it. We gotta figure out where you actually fell and got hurt at. So that's a random hit location.
Yeah, let's hope something ahead.
True that. Where's my gold at?
flashback to Yogurt falling down a hole and hurting his leg.
You fell much further than like 13.
Also, I jumped down it.
Yes.
You had the advantage of saying your feet fell first.
I mean, depending if I had lower HP, I would have damaged my leg pretty badly.
So your left arm takes 2d6 damage. Blaine rolls intimidation. So 7 to the arm, but
Ouch.
your arm has a cap of 11 divided by 2 round up. HP
6.
6. So you only take 6 to the arm, but that cripples the arm.
Oh god.
I'll throw my nanobots on it.
Sounds fair. Injury.
You were knocked down.
Glad I'm ambidextrous.
As per crippled hand, drop anything you were holding in that hand. You were using 2 or more hands to hold an object. Roll versus dex before dropping it. You cannot hold anything, e.g. a weapon in that hand. You can use a shield on that arm to use it to block, but you cannot attack with it until healed. You have the one hand disadvantage. Crippled arm is as per crippled hand, but when someone with a crippled hand can at least carry something in the crook of their arm, you cannot use your arm to do anything. Okay, so there's that, and
So I jumped down, broke my arm before we ever got in combat.
yes, it happens.
I'm gonna die, guys.
Tally got intoxicated and fell out of a window after breaking the window and broke her arm and ran around town drunk. One session. It was interesting. Okay, and martial arts.
Page 68.
Yeah, it covers breakfall, which I believe is just defaults to acrobatics.
Yeah.
But you can have
Breakfall defaults to acrobatics.
I don't know what the fuck it does, though.
wrestling. Techniques covers ways of controlling or absorbing the shock of fall, shoulder roll, slapping the ground, and so on. When you're thrown for full damage, you judo throw. A successful
Yeah.
breakfall reduces 1 plus your margin of success from damage. Prevents all damage. You may opt to crouch instead of lying down. You can also try to end up crouching after a non-damaging throw, but the lack of momentum makes this tricky. Roll at breakfall 3. Finally, you may substitute breakfall for acrobatics when reducing the effects of effective fall distance. See falling. Any success lets you end up crouching if you wish. So basic 3, 431.
oh baby.
I basically reduced the damage by 1. As far as I understood.
431. I can't count. Okay, so 431. Soft objects falling.
Yeah, falling for 31. Successful acrobatics will reduce effective distance of any fall by 5 yards.
Yeah. If falling into water, you can do this or attempt a proper dive. Decide which first. Okay, so you successfully rolled that, which reduced your fall by 5 yards,
Nice.
which we can.
Oh god.
I basically don't want to fall topper
I
of
can't believe
Penelope and kill her.
we're being defeated by a laundry chute.
It's terrible. Okay, so what's your HP?
My max HP is where is it? 11.
11 times 2 and divided by 100.
Oh, it's 10. It's 10. It's 10. Sorry.
10.
It's 10. I don't know why it's marked as 11 here.
Okay, so it's 1d6. Okay, so that's 2d6 damage. You take 2.
Yay.
All right, so
Oh god, I'm dead.
depends on where you fall. Depends on where you fall. Could be fine.
Hey, you fall on your head.
Succeeded on his acrobatics roll.
That is true.
So
He was just unfortunate because it didn't actually move the dice damage.
Yeah, it was really.
Because all it did was reduce the fall by 5 yards. So it was a 35-yard fall.
Yeah.
But it ended up being the same damage
Yeah,
anyway.
indeed.
Unlucky.
Unlucky indeed.
Much better if it was something like a 10-yard fall
Yeah,
and turned down to like a 5-yard fall.
you just kind of splat and land, all superhero pose style.
Superhero pose, but you end up like breaking all your limbs.
You get split by 2 in the fight.
Right.
Right.
Let's see where it lands.
Right leg. Shin.
Shit.
So that's 11, cap of 5, but it breaks your leg as well.
Oh god.
Very interesting.
you can't get away from things we fight. Well, I have to use a pistol because I can't use the two-handed fucking rifle I have.
He's gonna be crawling around. I mean, both his arms are fine. You can use both his guns.
Ha-ha!
Ah, I guess I need a mount.
Use a crutch.
Okay.
So you whack the ground. There's Connor slips down like he owns the place, and then there's two behind him, followed by some crunching sounds, and then some muffled swearing.
Oh.
And then Connor turns back around and sees the two of you laying on the ground.
Oh shit. Shit. I mumble
Children
something
don't know
about
how to climb these days.
I mumble something about soon enough they will be here to collect the remains.
Connor standing there. Since the moment I found the weakness of my flesh, I sought to abandon it.
I don't know. I would have had a hard fall.
You have a lot of HP, right?
Yeah, I have 20 HP.
Oof, man, that would have been a really unpleasant fall. Okay, so that's your HP's gone down.
Yeah.
You're going to attempt to use your nanites, right?
Yeah, and I might as well fix him before me because he can't even fucking move.
I mean, it's going to take a while to fix crippled limbs anyway. That's one of those find a medbay type things.
Penny. Penelope groans.
You're on the opposite side of the ship.
but you're
Is there a
against
med
it.
bay anywhere near me?
But you mean Lisa?
That's it, Lisa.
Uh, Lisa states that I mean a couple of things happen at the same time. Number one, whenever you fall and you hit the ground, uh, in both of your ears you hear your other little computer that's in your head, the SAM situational awareness module, inform you that there has been concussive force. You may you may want to attempt to avoid that in the future.
That's great.
And
Smartass.
after that, Penny asks to see if Lisa knows where there's anything at. Lisa states that it seems you have been wounded. And then she states that the closest medical facilities around are like 600 yards from your location. There's a small, damn it, what's it called? A small medical area for taking care of injured people working in the engineering section. And they have
The nurse's office.
pretty much. She does not know the state of the room since it's turned off, but that's the closest place to anything.
Sucks.
Shit, Connor, I need something to fix my leg. I can't walk.
You can use. Scroll back over to crippled injury. Crippled legs allow you to still. You can use a crutch.
Yes.
Is there anything in this room that you can use as a crutch? This very small room.
In the room where you're currently at, no.
It's not like a stick or something. Kind of don't want him just kind of like dragging himself around on the meat ground.
Using crutches or a peg leg.
Peg leg. I'm sorry, I couldn't help your leg. I found you the next best thing.
I'm becoming a real space pirate.
It connects the.
For some reason, this pistol is not showing up. That's why.
Rainbow.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the data on the Rainbow Laser pistol.
So I think I just have the carbine. I don't think I have a pistol. Do I have one
Carbine
pistol?
required 2 hands.
It does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I thought
rifle.
so.
This is long.
Do you?
Yeah,
Easy.
if you get crutches, you can move at move 2.
Yay.
I would say that you limping on somebody's shoulder would also count as crutches, though you'd have to move the same speed as one another.
I'm gonna limp on the robot.
Lean on the robot. Sounds
Yes.
Damn.
fair. As far as the information for the rainbow pistol,
I just sent. I just sent you a print screen.
that works too. Okay. So, you guys find yourself at the bottom of this tube, and the door is shut on the other side, but there's like a little latch to open it up. What Ian's doing?
Do I hear anything on the other side?
You do not. It seems to be pretty quiet.
So you guys want to try to hobble your way to the nurse's office?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that might be a smart idea.
Sounds
Yes.
fair.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Ready?
I open the door and Look around.
The walls are covered in fleshy goo, same as everywhere else, but there's no massive blockage in the middle of the room anymore.
Yeah, that's nice.
And there's also
Blockage is pretty
not
bad.
anything trying to kill you at the moment. None of those dastardly corridors and rooms and 40-foot drops.
We'll make our way to the closest medical bay
And do the shimmy shimmy.
at the breakneck speed of
2
two.
yards a second. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
We're just going with 600 yards.
Yeah. It'll take a little while.
Unless you're strong enough to carry me.
I'm not.
Between me and him, I'll use my right arm and grab his legs.
It's fair.
Or grab his hips so he can just kind of have his legs off the ground. We have normal move speed. We'll move him.
Yeah. You're a robot, don't you have wheels?
Wheels
Yeah,
must
no.
come in handy climbing down that.
Yeah, that's why I'll make sure my new body has Heelys.
Yeah,
Start
because
Heely around.
wheel shoes were pretty common on the 20th century. Children's all around use it.
All right. So you guys go skedaddling down the hallways, and the flesh is like squishing underneath your individual steps.
Yeah.
And you get to a hook to the left in the hallway, and the coast is clear, and you follow the provided map outline, and it takes you over to the right-hand side, and through a couple of little side passages, and it takes you over to a stairwell. And the stairwell, it's also empty. And you make your way up to the top, and eventually you make your way to a locked door that is, it says medbay across the top of it, or medical.
Who locked the nurse's office?
Oh man,
Who would do this?
a locked nurse's office. How dare they?
Because the nurse's offices have the good drugs.
She must have left for the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good thing that's locked.
1,200 years ago.
The nurse would only lock the door if she holds good drugs.
That's fair.
Anyone know how to open this door?
Get me close the pad on the ball. I'll try to
Lisa, can you open
press
this?
it.
She says that she can attempt. May take a few
Please.
seconds.
Please and thank you.
Please do.
You hear some mechanical whirring type sounds as the door pops open.
Go.
It's dark on the inside of it, and sweeping with your guns on your flashlights on your guns, depending on how you look at it. You find
Yep.
that the room is empty.
Empty, devoid of objects or monsters or.
It's there's
Does it look
objects in there.
Does it look like undisturbed?
It does look undisturbed. It looks like nobody's trying to actively kill you.
Okay, let's go in. We go in and close the door.
And lock the door behind us.
Aha!
No, not lock. Just close.
Yeah, lock.
No, never lock.
No, lock.
Okay, I'm starting to visually search because I can keep walking.
That's fair.
We have
for
to-
something. Yeah.
How quickly do we have to treat the wounds?
As far as let me read here real quick. All right. So, I had to write down what all you're finding because there's a lot of stuff in here, and I assume you're gonna plunder everything that isn't nailed down.
Climbing is difficulty easy.
Yes.
Lesson learned.
Default
Dex.
sucks.
Climbing is average. Dex average.
Did you know if you have one arm, you have a -4?
Yeah,
To
but
climbing?
if you have one arm, but it's a double jointed arm, you end up with a +1.
If it's double jointed, does that mean I can break it in more places?
Yes. I should have gotten the double jointed. It's a +5.
It's true. See, what would have been terrible if the robot got hurt?
Yeah, because it's difficult to heal. I have a lot of HP.
But you can be fixed.
Over like a large period of time by someone who knows what they're doing.
Can't you change shape like a transformer? Oh god.
No,
Oh god. You have to.
I can't even imagine how expensive a template like that would be. My template's shit and it cost 100.
I don't know. The transformers were pretty poor. They don't have any money on them. Yeah.
I don't know, they're pretty impressive. They look really strong. They can move really fast. They're also cars. How many character points is Lightning McQueen?
What? Because he's a cartoon, they don't die.
How many character points is it to be Lightning McQueen?
A lot. He doesn't die.
It's true, he's been in some heavy collisions.
Alright. So, you two with crippled limbs, give me 2 HT rolls to see if they're permanent or not.
Oh god.
That's an important thing.
Oh god. Yes. No!
I have a permanent.
There's a
No.
ball sticking out of the side of your arm. So, Blaine, whenever you regain full HP, you will no longer be crippled. Penelope's is permanent,
Oh god.
unless you want to spend fate to change that.
I'm spending fate.
I would recommend it.
Yeah. Lesson
Could I have
learned.
just spent fate to overcome the fall at all?
I mean, yes, technically. But you
Can we
only
do
have
that?
2 fate, so.
I've got to use a fate either way, right? So
That's true. But, like,
can we just do that? Because I
that was
forgot
a-
fate existed and
That was a long time ago.
fair.
And you guys are already here, so. As for, just a second.
Abagaba.
Alright. Okay. So, I assume you had your nano machines working on your wounds on your way.
Mm-hmm.
That would stop bleeding at least. So give me a skill roll for their first aid. Do you have it on your character sheet?
Not the nanobots, but I think it's.
Okay. It's like
I
an
don't have it out.
11 or a 12 or something like that. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
And I'll go grab a token that I can use to represent them.
I have first aid if you need help.
I have first aid as well. Mine's a 14.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Most of my points went into being a doctor.
I know, but self first aid should be harder. That's why I
Yeah.
just offering. Oh, no, what
I
the
have numb, so it's pretty much impossible for me to do first aid on myself.
Curiously, I could try first aid on you.
Oh.
This
I
man
have
seems to
it.
not have a pulse.
I have
legally
it.
dead.
I don't think
I
he's-
have electronic repairs.
Skill.
Mechanic intimate reactor. I am a fucking mechanic. Nah. I keep complaining how they're making fragile clones every time.
Did you know that first aid defaults to physician at no penalty?
Aha.
Yes. As far as I remember, first aid defaults to physician.
That would still fall to a 12 on me.
You can use physician or esoteric medicine as first aid with no penalty.
Looky there. All right. So, that is a critical success on the first aid roll, and I don't remember what that does. So I'm gonna go.
Well, a regular first aid roll gives you 1 hit point and removes all bleeding, so.
Yeah. Recovery. Bandaging. So we're gonna treat that like it did the good job. We're gonna say 1d6 plus 1. Like it treated you for shock and everything, because I don't remember what it does off the top of my head. So,
How many uses does that have when it's charged? 1 before needing it again? Or.
it has so much of its own stuff. So you got
Right.
It healed you for 6 HP.
Huzzah.
And I assume you're gonna put it back in your thing, or put it back in your arm slot, and then do the same thing to Blaine before you get there.
That would be the general idea, yeah. If it needs charging, there'd be time for that.
It did not fix. Did not fix Blaine. It failed.
Well, it's probably like checked my entire body in this amount of time, so it knows my body pretty well.
It's true.
As
So,
roleplay reasons.
then whenever you guys get to the medical bay, you see that it's actually pretty stacked. It's got a lot of stuff. So what's the plans? What you guys doing?
I'm gonna check the stuff that's there to find out what I need to use in order to fix him. Have him lay out on the table.
That's fair. The table, as far as like the amount of stuff that's there, there's a lot of. There is a regeneration tank, which is a TL10 thing, and they can be used for all kinds of stuff. The only problem about it is it takes a long time to fix people.
Yeah, we don't have that time,
Yes.
unfortunately.
After that, there is.
Do you want a diagnosis or physician roll to figure out what exactly is wrong and how I can fix it?
I would say a physician roll.
I think it's pretty obvious that his legs damaged him.
Yeah.
I have failed every roll I've made tonight.
Yeah, but
Every
like,
single
that's-
roll.
It's pretty obvious whenever you're looking at the bone sticking out of the side of his leg. Or no, yours isn't a permanent crippling, so there's no bone sticking out the side. It's just shaped funny. You can tell very easily that his leg is pretty severely damaged, and
Are there Lisa? There any diagnostic tools to determine the break in the bone inside it?
tells you that there are.
Turned off, or do we have? Are they battery powered?
It says there are some that are battery powered, but most of the high tech equipment draws a lot of power and is turned off.
Yeah.
Because there's
So
a
we
high
gotta.
number of drugs that you can use.
Yeah. So I need to splint it and wrap it so it can be used. With or without some kind of method to move, and then I need to find the medication on hand.
I'll be watching the door.
Watching the door. That sounds fair.
Nothing else I can really do.
That's fair. You and D are both standing there beside the door, just kind of standing there. Because everybody forgot that he exists.
He's a ghost.
No, I know he exists. I just figured he's behind us. He's part of the team at this point.
He's a ghost.
He's a Pokemon.
He's gonna be the sole survivor.
So
Okay.
there's a fair amount of drugs. As far as you could attempt first aid on him, since like the robot failed. If you would like.
Why not? Hey, one that succeeded.
Hey, looky there. So that heals a whole 1 HP on Senor Blaine.
And now I'm looking for. Do you need a pharmacy roll for medications, or can I ask Lisa for a list of painkillers and stuff in the room?
You could ask her, but you don't know if she's gonna ask what information she's gonna give you as far as.
I mean, I would have an assumption that you have a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I know which ones I would. I know which ones I would use, but I don't know which ones are on the ship, and I'd rather not spend the time looking.
That's fair.
So, Penny's going to rattle off a list of ones that she would use and see if she can give me a list of where it would be in the room.
This is gonna probably take a while, so I'm just gonna scrounge the room.
That sounds fair.
It shouldn't. If she can tell me what's in the room, I'll know where to look because it's annotated, as it would be in any lab.
That's fair. She gives you a list of. Scroll. She gives you a list of drugs that are on record as still being in the room.
Okay.
Maybe not is still in the room, but is on record for still being in the room.
All right,
There's-
then.
There's a
Go
lot
ahead.
of things. There's everything from painkillers, anti-rad. There's a couple things of hyperstim. There's there's acetylene. Oh god. Acetylene, which is a healing drug. There's purge, which relieves toxins from the body. There's a few vials of quick heal. And
Big
then
hill! First of all,
a
this one
couple-
seems good.
There's 2 vials of torpine, and that's like there's one level of or one case of respicides. Now, as far
Okay.
as I would,
So I need to make a list of this.
I would suggest using the stuff to perform a first aid roll, and then treating for shock, because that's going to heal 1d6 plus 1. And that might actually just get him to above to heal all of the
Max.
damage, because he's only like 4 HP short, and then you guys could pocket everything else that you find.
Then that's what I'll do.
Give me one of each.
And
Yeah. Can you rattle off that quick list again so I can type this out?
I will send it to you in just a second.
Okay. Yeah, just the stuff that's important that's in there, and any additional tools that can be used with batteries that are carryable. If there's
So-
like a medical bag, I'll take that.
Sounds fair. So you're taking an extra, 5 minutes, because it takes 1 minute to do to supply
First aid.
and then or for bandaging, and then it takes like 5 minutes to like treat for shock. And at this point, I would say that you're in a room that's pretty clean and clear and not covered in fleshy grossness, and you're more likely to treat for shock successfully, especially when you're settled down and you're no longer in a weird place. So,
And then nanobots did their job, so no longer in pain, which is another plus.
so you got a 1d6 plus 1 healing, and then, you've already healed 1 HP from the successful bandaging, so that's a solid 1d6 that you would heal. So that's 5 more.
I'm full.
And then that
That
also
was,
fixes your crippling condition. And then you're also at full, right? Nothing. That would also get rid of your crippling condition since you used fate to make it non-permanent.
Yeah.
Now, as far as stuff that you've got,
By the way, Connor, Shavant, eventually, keep your eye out for them to help me out, because you'll need them. There are nanobots that I can, in fact, have on me that can repair mechanical constructs. So, it's basically the equivalent of what these do, but for machines. So, something to note.
Methamphetamine.
methamphetamine, yes.
I mean, that shit'll affect your brain, so hey, why not?
You just gotta put it in a little jar. Probably instantly kill me.
I mean,
Directly exposed to your brain.
I would give it to you in parts per billion. It would be very, very small.
This other one is
I have so few skills.
Yeah, but they're all the ones that keep you alive. All of mine are the ones that keep everyone else alive. I don't have the fucking the marching one or
Climbing, free fall, hiking, running. I don't even know why I have this. Throwing.
You picked up a point in all of them because they're there.
And then I point, and then I can do them without having to do weird dex defaults, because my deck's just 10. So having to try to default any, like, dex, or, like, any of those kind of skills is terrible. So even with the point in climbing, I still had an 8. Because of, was it encumbrance? Oh, Lord. Look at that, now we have all these medical supplies. Yay.
Critical failure to HT roll results in a heart attack. Oh god.
And as far as tools go,
I am legitimately the most object-based character in the party.
Oh no, my body's an object.
No, I mean like
Touche.
external tools. You have your body, and you always have it on you. I have a bunch of random shit I gotta carry or have nearby. That way I can use it. Surprising, there's TL11 stuff on this ship.
I mean, it was a extremely high tech.
Yeah. The ship
Everything
was
here is
made
like
in
prototype.
TL11.
This
What?
would be the absolute best they had at the time.
Yeah, the ship was made in TL11. It was just very,
Okay.
very early TL11.
This was a very
But
expensive
I'm
project.
I'm TL11 trained, so that means I can basically use anything up to current, minus any TL12 stuff that's come out. But it would take me less time to learn that stuff than someone at TL10, I suppose.
You get like penalties for you doing stuff out of TL, I think.
Yeah.
So like you'd have a penalty to do something that's TL10 or TL12, stuff like that. And it really only involves like with like technology-based skills.
Yeah. I mean, doing things out of your TL is weird and difficult.
Oh, a cephalene is pretty dangerous. If you fail to heal using it, you can get permanent unhealing. Oh god.
What's that? There's one other thing that I don't remember where it's at. God damn it.
That's the suitcase you give somebody when there's not a doctor in the room. Ugh.
Oh god. The drugs have very interesting side effects.
Right? Like
Yes.
I said, failing in the HT roll gives you a heart attack? Holy shit.
No, terpene ages you 10 years, 10 days if used.
Yeah, 10 days for aging purposes. That's
Yes.
just very strange. You'd have to be abusing the hell out of this drug
Um,
Damn it.
for it to really do anything.
this aims the people that make characters who are terminal disease. Suitcase doc.
Super drugs.
And there is. There's one other thing that I'm looking for, but I don't know where it's at.
Oh, yeah. Gotta put your brain in the robot.
Fuck, where's it at? Surgical equipment. There we go. There you go. I don't know how you're gonna carry it, but you found stuff.
Well, between us, we've got space, and I assume the fucking suitcase dock has a maglock for like part of your suit.
Does it? Does it say it does? Suitcase dog.
Doesn't tell you how it's carried, just tells you how to use it. Because I would just put it on my back. Everything else is, rifles or weapons.
Fair.
Put it on the lower back. It's probably like a case long enough to fit over an arm or unravel over a torso. And then,
It's big. It weighs 20 pounds.
yeah.
You could load the drugs up into it, and so that'll relieve that type of stuff. After that, you've got. Personally, I would say that the thing is not made to be carried around on a person in a fight.
Yeah.
So like it's not
Then
exactly
we can leave stuff here and come back to get it if we happen to live through it. But the stuff that I can carry on me would be like the surgical instruments is probably in like a wrap case. That kind of thing. Those kind of things can be strapped on to different parts, and they're not heavy either.
That is fair. Other than that, you guys find two other objects, and they're called rigs. They are flat-ish, about the length of your spine, and they attach to your back. And you could think of them almost like like that thing that you bought. Character creation. Know what I'm talking about?
Who?
The biomonitor thing.
Ah. Yeah. It's the one thing we talked about that I didn't get to buy because I got the Hive implant, the computer implant, the wireless neural interface, and the two bionic eyes.
Yes.
That's like the one thing that I didn't get that I kind of wanted. Useful.
What does it do?
It basically lets you upkeep and know and regulate everything from like heart rate to everything else.
Okay.
I can access things with it when it comes to like different technologies, especially with the giant fucking computer I have in my head. And I believe unless I'm wrong, that's the one that has the things I can set up different types of medical stuff to and activate. If I remember correctly, I might be remembering this wrong. But
But
there's a couple
again,
different spinal implant things you can put on somebody that lets you keep up with their neurological functions, and
So
it connects to a
I can
different
carry
computer.
that doctor bag thing if we have like something to put it in.
I mean, it is in itself a mobile case, is what it says on there. So
Well, he's talking
I mean,
about
like I don't
a
want to
strap
carry it
or
with my
something.
hands.
yeah,
So I don't want to carry it around in my hand. I'd rather have it like on my back or something.
Robot Man says, "I get an idea." Walks out of the room, comes back with a flesh tentacle and ties it into a loop, hangs it over himself.
If I can put it on my back or something, I can carry it around without
you don't
changing my
have
encumbrance.
don't you have a compartment? We're a robot.
His compartment is holding his important pieces.
It's true. My payload carries my brain and a small computer.
is your computer implant? What's the TL of your computer implant?
Small.
No, that's not the TL. That's the size.
It's TL11.
It's
Okay.
TL11
You have a
body.
small. I have a tiny computer from TL11, so you have like I think 3 times the amount of space I do, or something like that.
You guys have computer implants?
Yeah.
Damn,
Well, I mean,
it sucks
technically
to be a
speaking, you
clone.
all have them because they're wired to an AI and then a boom thing. But
I don't have control of mine.
as far as answering your questions, while Siobhan's computer does have all that stuff, it is required to keep him alive.
It's true.
It's
Fair. So it's
is.
already loaded up with like all the shit in his head.
Yeah. It doesn't do much in terms.
Yeah, it allows my brain to move my body.
Yes.
It keeps my brain alive.
It holds the biological input to mechanical outputs.
Let's see.
And anyway, you guys find biomonitors. And there's a long rack of them sitting there for people who have theirs damaged. But what you find is the biomonitor auto injector. It's TL9. Whenever they were introduced, these right here are like TL10 versions, so they're pretty similar. They are pretty long. They stretch down the length of your spine, and they attach to your body in a very unpleasant manner because they wire themselves into your nervous system to interact with your body.
How long does it take?
It takes a couple seconds, but it feels like a couple years. It's awful. But once connected, you can use it to inject drugs. It holds 10 doses of drugs, and you can use it to inject them at specific physical or stress-related events. So you can say, "I fall unconscious," and then you can use the "wake my ass up" drug instantly if you get knocked out during a fight or something like that.
Okay, I am a coward, but I'm desperate enough. I will put it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Judging from where it's setting, it's like sitting in a chair. You just sit in the chair and lean back. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. You gotta take your shirt off.
Okay. Don't look. Turf.
I can't help myself. Yeah, Penny looks over and he goes, "So you
Okay.
do have abs. Huh?"
We're just gonna say that I can put the doctor's suitcase in my back.
Yeah, I'll say
She has
find a length of gauze or something. Something
Okay.
to make a strap and swing it over your shoulder.
Remember, anytime you're doing that, she is a lecher, so she has to respond.
Okay. Okay. I
If it
lay
was
down
such
the
a bad
chair.
situation.
It's fair. Give me an HT roll.
First, I will act tough.
Fair enough. That gives you success by 2. So yeah, you feel something similar to like white hot needles sliding into your spine, and you successfully act tough though. You just kind of grunt a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
it feels
itches.
like the absolute worst thing you can imagine. Somewhere along the lines of being skinned alive.
Penny has come over to sit next to you. And tough, too.
At this right moment, I'm far away in a beach, drinking something good.
Stands up,
My
walks over against the wall,
mind wanders.
leans against it, kind of breathes heavy for a few seconds. So your biomonitor starts outputting towards your little computer implant, telling you about the state of your body itself and what's going on with it.
Okay.
And what type of drugs are you putting in it?
I'll check the list here, and
It holds 10.
I think Quick Heal should be one of them. It's pretty useful.
It takes an hour to take effect.
I know, but
An hour is
carry.
still pretty fast.
I mean, carrying it on the implant should be better than carrying the pockets.
That's true.
That's my point. We just have one terpene, so we should not use it for that. And one acetylen should be good too.
Put in a
Even
purge.
And so we can just carry it in that doctor.
Yeah,
Backpack.
one of the purge.
Yee.
I think one of each. Why not? One of each that we have more than one. I mean,
Okay. So I got what? You got one acetylphene, one quick heal, one purge, and one hyperstem.
and then one analgin.
One energy.
We have two.
All right. What else?
The other ones, we it's not injectable, or we don't have more than one.
It's fair. It's fair.
Okay.
So what else is going on?
Penny's going to do it, too.
Fair enough. Give me an HD roll. You do not. You don't do the act toughs. It's awful, like being burned alive.
I'm not going to scream, but that's what she does.
Ah. So you do have. Oh my God, she's dying.
It's fair. And what are you gonna load into your?
Penny says, if you want to hear me scream like that again, let me know. She's gonna put in basically one of everything, but she's gonna make sure she has. We got a couple extra of the heals. I want to leave the other. How many quick heals did you put in?
As far as I know, we
One.
just put in one of each.
Okay.
At least
Yeah,
in here.
I'll do the same, but I'm gonna put 2 purge in
2 per gun.
because I don't want whatever this shit is to turn me into something.
Rawr.
Connor has the fortunate side effect from his character creation of not being able to be turned into a meat monster.
I don't. His brain still might turn into a meat monster. I don't know what's more terrifying. The brain turning
just
into a
starts
meat
glowing
monster and
green.
controlling the robot? Or the robot just shutting down on a meat monster jumping out of his brain. Or his head case.
It's true.
Both
This
of
might
them,
be a psychological disease.
both of them are
It can
equally
inject you through
terrifying.
philosophy.
What?
It spreads by the good word. Alright. So you guys finished in the nurse's office here?
Yeah.
Alright. So what's next on the plan?
Fix the ship.
You'll have to go back in the direction that you came from.
I'll have to go back up the stairs?
Yeah. Back down the stairs.
Downstairs?
You went up the stairs to get where you're
I'm
at.
gonna go back down the stairs and then go back to where we were and then move from there.
That's fair
I
enough.
think.
So you guys wander back to where you were to begin with, and you find yourselves back at the what's it called? The maintenance hatch for the robots.
Robot.
And there's another door that's locked next to the maintenance hatch that says maintenance over top of it. You can tell from the small window at the top that the light is on, like that it's glowing blue. Can't really see inside, but like what's the plans?
I look very indecisive. Keep looking.
I have gun.
You have gun? It's acceptable. You do have gun.
Yeah, I'd switch my weapon back out again.
Yeah, why not? I draw two pistols.
Wow. Those pistoles.
Ghost and a laser.
Ask Lisa where we got to go next, or if this door's it.
Lisa tells you that this continue down this hallway and down like 4 or 5 more sections of the ship. There's another one of those maintenance hatches you can climb back up to get back where you were.
Okay. What's behind this door?
She says it's a maintenance room. It was used for it's stored like the maintenance robots, and it stored like a couple of the maintenance workers that work there.
What's the lift of those maintenance robots?
They're not very large. They're mostly used to like fix the insides of the bulkheads and stuff. But it depends on like, the model.
Should
Can
we
they
turn
lift a
the
person?
She said it's not recommended.
Should we turn them on to assure that we can fix faster the ship?
I'm gonna ask her if there's anything that helps someone climb those maintenance tunnels in there.
She says she doesn't know. She's been turned off for a very long time.
Okay.
What
Can
happens
you
when you
re-
fail a climbing roll on the ground?
You don't fall. That's for certain.
Can you reduce the gravity?
Reduce the gravity? In certain sections of the ship, but
No, this one.
she'll have issues turning it back on with the reduced power.
Oh,
Is there any life signs behind this door?
She said there is not.
Sweet. Let me open the door. See if there's anything in here we can use to get up that tunnel, because I don't want to fall again.
That's fair. Whenever you pop the door, there's an audible hiss of an airlock being breached, and it looks like all the air was pumped out of this room. But inside of it, it's like nice and clean, and not crazy awful.
That's nice.
There's a chair sitting there in front of a computer, and then there's like a body strapped, draped across the chair.
Hmm.
All right. Nothing crazy written on the walls. Don't see anything on the ceiling or anything.
Oh, nothing.
All right, I'll go in. Check around it, make sure there's nothing on the counter that we can't see from the door.
It's fair. There's a gun sitting on the counter, or a quote unquote gun sitting on the counter.
What is
Which
It
kind
looks
of
like it's homemade.
Oh, okay.
a homemade pistol?
Yes, it is pistol-ish shaped. Large pistol-ish shaped, but it is a one-handed weapon.
Fires pins.
I am collecting all these pistols. I don't care.
But the lights are on whenever you walked in and everything. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. There's no notice of fleshy bits squirming around in here.
All right, then is there rope or anything in this room?
It looks like it's like a maintenance hatch. There's all sorts of stuff in here, but yes, there's actually a device used for traveling through the maintenance hatches. It allows you to clip onto the geared teeth and just turn a crank, and it takes you up to the top or to
Sweet.
the bottom. Looks like it's
Then-
used for getting to the little robots that may or may not be stuck or damaged or something.
All right, then I'll take that. Are there multiple of them?
There are. There's a handful of them. Looks like there's 6
Alright.
or 7 scattered all amongst lockers.
Then I'll pass one to each person. We have at least the minimum of what we need from here. Is there anything else y'all see y'all want?
Just the pistol and the ammunition, whatever it is.
Did the maintenance guy have a data pad?
There is one sitting on his the table in front of him.
All right, I'll check it as we walk out of the room. If no one else has anything else they want.
It's fair. Whenever the pistol it's some sort of jerry-rigged plasma cutter. It looks like he short-circuited every single safety procedure on the weapon, or on the tool to make it a weapon.
Oh god! You mean it's a grenade? It's not a pistol.
This thing it's an OSHA violation.
So the best course of action with this pistol would make 2 shots and throw the pistol. You mean
Well,
that explodes?
You see, it's not a pistol. It's a flamer essentially. It shoots plasma flames from its barrel. And instead of shooting them an 1/8 of an inch and allowing you to cut through things, instead it shoots them 10 feet or further.
That's good. Because if it shoots flames, you see, it's cooling itself down already.
Exactly. See, problem solved.
Yes.
It is a very questionable design.
Is it loaded?
It is loaded. There is a canister on the back, and then 3 C-cell batteries on the side. Altogether, the thing's a little super fucking bulky, and you can tell it was not supposed to be a weapon in its previous life.
How much weight?
Oh, I'm going to check the room for batteries real quick. Just in the lockers as I'm going through and getting little things for people.
It weighs a good 4.5 pounds with the batteries and everything.
Okay.
And sitting on his person, there is another canister, in one of his overall pockets. The canister looks about the same size as the air canisters you guys have, which ran out a very long time ago, by the way.
Okay.
At least after scrounging through the medical room for an hour. But it's labeled carbonium, and you pick it up, and it's actually kind of heavy. It weighs about a pound.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you can think of it like a PVC tube full of sand. That's what it feels like. It's very dense.
Yeah.
And
Lisa, how much time do we have?
she says there's an hour and a half remaining.
All right. In the lockers, are there any more air canisters?
There is 2 normal-sized air canisters, 2 small ones.
Okay.
And they last for like 2 hours, I believe.
Good. That's what we need. Replace the canister, but don't turn it on yet.
Fair.
So, takes us maybe 15 minutes or so, I suppose, in there. Because we're literally just going through lockers and picking out the things we need. Sound right? Or you think it'd take longer?
Sounds about right.
All right.
Great.
So
Can't think of anything else that'd be useful in here unless we see something that's ridiculous other than the gun.
And as for the data pad that you're looking at, it has the written text diary of this particular gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
It states that he was one of the, at least from how it reads, he was one of the last of the people who were not infected. And there's the diary goes back like 3 or 4 days ish, give or take. It started off with people going crazy, and then like it ended with these monster things showing up. And he locked himself in here after he made a weapon from deeper in the facility, and he used it to like escape. And then he found out there was no escape, and he kind of locked himself in here as the things were walking up and down the hallways, killing people. And he decided that he was sure as fuck wasn't going to be taken alive that way, so he just sealed the room and activated the airlocks and just jettisoned the air out of the room.
He killed himself. Oh fuck.
And he was using the last of his the air in his suit's tank to write this, and he's like, yeah. Pretty much overall, it's a fairly sad story, but it seems to be one that's pretty normal-ish amongst the things that you have found.
All right.
That's
So
very
at this
sad.
point, we've probably made it back up to the other vent, and we'll use the things on our belts to zoom on up.
Sounds like a plan. They just click on into the gear sockets, and then you just crank away, and it takes you straight up to the top.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing? You following suit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys all pop out at the top, and
Mhm.
back in the meat hallway,
Air canisters are on.
and you come to a T-shaped hallway. Like the hallway you're walking down ends, and then there's a left and a right. And the map signifies you need to go to the left.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel glad that she decided for us.
It's fair.
I don't like to decide.
That makes sense.
We're just going to follow the directions because we don't have a lot of time to waste.
It's fair. Whenever you walk around the corner at the end of the hallway, you see it looks like there was a person. Who really knows, really, but it's like stuck to the wall, and it looks like it's made part of the wall, and it's like flailing its arms and making some really strange, unpleasant sounds whenever it sees you.
Okay. You going to kill it?
What yins do?
I think we should sacrifice it in the name of the greater god.
Lisa, how far are we?
It says you're still a good 200 or so yards from where you need to be.
Okay, so that is in fact the door we got to get through. Let's kill this thing and get through.
Fair enough.
Who's moving my character?
Me.
Oh, okay.
I gotta have them all next to each other so I can copy you to the map.
Oh, got you.
Please wait, now loading.
Damn it. Cooperate, you little bastard. Would probably help.
No, we don't actually know if these things have to breathe.
It's true. There we go. All right. You know, it's probably going to close out all your character sheets and stuff and then open them up on this one.
Yep.
Wide.
Wide.
And we're looking downward at the wall on the far end, or we're...
Down this direction.
Okay.
And there's reserve frame.
So Penny pies that corner and sees the thing, and it sees her.
Yes, and then it starts making some god-awful sounds. Yes, along with some other assorted
Woof, woof.
guttural, splishing, splashing sounds.
Woof. Woof, woof. Woof. Meow. It starts meowing at you. What do you do?
Oh boy.
The second it starts making noise, she moves out of the way so her allies can also enter the hallway and shoot with her.
Sounds fair. And the thing's chest splits apart, and it's a head, neck, chestish area splits open.
All right.
Shoot.
Are we all just going to open fire on it and the other guy too?
And it shoots a ball of something out of it at you. Like, it sounds like it's a mixture between hacking up a loogie and possibly a lung. But something comes out of it about the size of a softball. Maybe somewhere between a softball and a soccer ball. And then it flies across the room. It misses, but it lands behind Jins.
I don't hope it. I hope it's not a miniature of it.
Oh, don't want to make new friends?
No.
Penny
I
looks
don't-
back at it.
Hang on just a second. I gotta go grab a thing. Doesn't matter what thing I grab. I just gotta grab a thing. No, I have like a generic or something. Fair enough. I guess I'll grab your nanobots.
All right.
It lands right here-ish. And it hits the ground and breaks apart and splatters, and a greenish yellow ooze lands pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Within a 2-yard radius.
So it get all of us. No, just me.
That's a 1-yard radius. Where's it at?
Oh shit.
There we go. And this goop splashes onions, and it splashes on the ground and on the walls. And there's this distinctive sizzling sound, and everything starts smoking that it lands on.
It's acid. Damn it.
I gotta. Right. Open up this character sheet right quick. And we'll do Penelope first. It's a large area injury.
Can I dodge retreat?
You can attempt. It's a dodge and drop. So you want to dive out of the way and land on your belly. That's the only way you can get away from it.
Can you shoot from prone?
You can.
Do you get bonuses for that?
If you take time to, what is it called? Set your weapon up as stable. Brace. There we go. You can. Like if you have a bipod or something, you can brace against the ground.
Then fuck it. Alright, so how does the damage thing work here? I have to go to miscellaneous and go to equipped armor. And then what do I count this toward?
It's large area injury, meaning. Damn, where's that? Page 400. There we go. Large area injury. Some attacks affect much or most of the victim's body. For instance, dragon's breath, a bomb blast, a huge fire, or immersion in an acid pit. In particular, any damage described as being area effect or cone or any external explosion inflicts large area injury. A melee attacker whose size modifier exceeds that of his target by 7 or more is also a large area injury if the attacker is striking unarmed or the weapon is scaled for his body size. Damage resistance protects normally against large area injury, but your DR varies by location. Use the average DR. Your effective DR is the average of your torso DR and the DR of the least protected hit location exposed to the attack, which could still be your torso rounded up. If your DR varies against different attacks, least protected refers to the hit location with the lowest DR against that particular body type.
Okay, so it's 34 plus 2 divided by 2.
Yeah, so 34
So
plus
36
2
divided by 2.
36 divided by 2
18.
18. So
Yeah.
you don't take any damage, but corrosion deals damage to the armor.
Yay.
Give me just a second while I find corrosion. I think it's every 10 points gives you minus 1 to DR.
And since this is we're counting it against me first, we all have the exact same armor on, so
Yeah.
it'll just do the same thing to all of us.
With the exception of the robot, he's got extra DR because he's a robot.
That's fair.
What is it, like an extra 5?
Yeah, it's an extra 5.
Something like that. Innate attack. Where are you? Innate attack. There we go. Corrosion. Falls acid, disintegration. 5 points of basic damage you receive. Reduce the target's DR by 1 in addition to the regular damage. Living beings heal DR at the same rate as HP. So, that's, 8 on you, so your DR gets reduced by 1 everywhere.
Yay.
And then, next is Lane's. there's damage.
So how do you reduce the DR on the armor in your armor UI?
You will have to modify the actual DR on the tag. Like the easy way to do it would be to take, go to the equipped armor frame, the carried armor frame, and then just hit the -1 there for that. But like, that'd be the easiest way to do it, at least in my personal opinion, because I assume you guys are gonna fix your armor as soon as humanly possible, since nobody likes taking their armor going down.
Pretty much.
Yeah, where is that I need to click it?
You can do the modify current value.
So it's under equipped armor.
Yeah. And it hit your everything.
Carried armor frame.
Yeah.
And so you literally just go through and click -1 to each of them?
Yeah, with the exception of your skull, because your skull is not outside of your body.
I am taking notes in the hope that I can fix the armor.
And then, so that's Penelope's. Next is Blaine's, and then Connor's as well. Connor, how much? You didn't end up taking damage either, did you? After all that, I mean, I assume not.
I would assume not.
You know what? Isabel less damage to you, and you have more DR.
Yeah, I have a base 5, and then I have the armor.
Okay, so after all that's said and done, Blaine, you want to reduce your armor doodad, or did you keep up with it on paper?
I am taking notes on paper.
Then, it's you guys, let's go.
Who's the first?
And it is... You go first.
Okay. To me, the little ball of goose that he threw at us sounded like a grenade thing, or like a creature that's attacking us.
That doesn't sound like a creature. It just sounded like something, like a water balloon splatting.
Okay. So I'm making one step forward and shooting the flash mass
Sounds fair.
twice.
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang.
Yep. 3 shots each weapon. What? No, that's the damage.
That is the damage. So
No.
you're shooting 3 shots with the laser pistol.
Yes.
So that's no rapid fire bonus.
And it's like, it has to be 5
Yeah.
Yep.
for a +1.
Huh.
-1 for range bolt. Wait. You're shooting the goo?
Yeah.
The goo
Oh, no.
doesn't exist
Oh
anymore.
no. Oh, okay, sorry.
It's blotted.
I can't select the flash mass here. It was not available before. Here, sorry. Fit 1. And the other pistol. 3 shoots, 2. I'm shooting with the 2 pistols.
Okay.
Fit 1 again.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Is this thing attached to the door?
It's attached to the wall.
Okay, it's not attached to a door though. Okay.
There's just a hallway that goes this direction, up here beside of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So next is Penelope.
Yeah.
Is 1 step moving attack?
No. Anything over a step would be a movement attack. 1 step is just a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A step would normally spoil your aim if you're aiming at something. But other than that, it doesn't do anything special.
Okay. Then I'm going to drop 5 rounds.
Gives you a +1.
Yep. A center mass. I did in fact click flesh mass,
Suppressing fire.
and I still fail miserably. Why does it say 13 minus 5?
Range.
It's probably the range.
If you, whenever you click flesh mass, it'll tell you the range penalty underneath the flesh mass.
Yeah, and auto calculates
I
it.
think it's like a -6.
6.
That's what it shot at whenever it launched the thing at you.
That's why aiming is.
So because the minimum range? Because it's under the minimum range?
Minimum range just determines damage.
Yeah, if
Like
you're
when it says range, that's just talking about your damage. Because after you go past that first value, you have like half
Yeah.
damage or something like that. Outside of that, like there's base range penalties
Yeah.
for your skill.
Oh.
So the further something is away, the bigger the penalty is for skill.
I didn't know that.
The
This is
range
like-
is just be damage.
This is like the first real, like, ranged thing I've done in Gurps so far, so...
Yeah. The damage.
So from now on, despite the fact that I'm now down 5 rounds,
the penalties on range grow pretty fast.
They do.
That's why the guns have such high accuracy.
Yeah.
Is to make aim shots like I can hit that thing that's far away.
Yeah.
yeah. So from now on, it's going to be a few rounds of aiming and then shooting it.
Dude, really all you need is the 1, right? Because then I think that gives you the accuracy bonus.
Just aiming gives you the accuracy bonus.
Yeah, so you just spend 1 turn aiming, and then you spend the next turn firing.
Yeah.
And then you get like a plus whatever your accuracy is.
If you have gunslinger, you don't even have to do that.
You can continue to aim after you've aimed, and that gives you like a +1, and then the next one gives you another +1, but it can never give you more than a +3 without precision aiming. And precision aiming gets...
Yeah, unless you're like stealth sniping someone, it's not really
Yeah, because it's like 80
super
seconds.
useful.
You get like a +3 or additional +3 or something.
Gunslinger
Okay.
required 25 points.
Senior Connor, what would you like to do?
Step.
That sounds fair.
Suppressing fire.
I will shoot.
Shoot.
I'm not going to aim.
I don't have to. I have gunslinger.
He has the slinging of the guns
I get a +6.
on maximum deck.
Meaning I just shoot at skill.
With all the things I did, how do I not have gunslinger?
Because it's an expensive advantage.
It's 25 points.
Okay.
And our character total was kind of low.
Yeah.
My character point total. Flesh mass. Yeah, I'm just firing at it. So,
How many?
and I will shoot.
How many boom booms are you dropping?
I'll shoot 5 to get a +1.
5 boom booms. Sounds good.
It really depends on the weapon you're using because, like, for these pistols I'm using, it will be cheaper to buy more skill instead of buying the gunslinger. It's usually +3. That's 12 points.
6. I get attack.
Yes.
Lands 5 shots.
Yes. Kill with fire.
It does not defend.
How do you want me to roll it again? I forgot. You said you wanted me to do something specific.
Yeah. You roll 1 at a time and just let me subtract it off.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's all 5, right?
Yes. I got maximum docket.
Okay. Cheers there.
And the acid on your suits continue to burn.
How long does that last?
You don't know.
Forever.
Last one here.
Did that thing even get hurt?
What's the accuracy on your pistols?
+3, +3, +3, +3.
Their
All of them.
accuracy 3?
Yes.
So
All of
they
them.
should be much higher than that.
So they should have like accuracy like 6.
Yeah, you're
I don't know
Right.
about that. Let's see, the goals.
the rainbow
Has-
pistol should have a really high accuracy. That's
I said my rifle has an accuracy of 12.
Yeah, no, the rainbow has +6.
Oh yeah.
The plasma has 4. The homemade pistol is not a pistol.
Shoots pins.
The Gyrox have just
Fire.
1 accuracy, and the Gauss has 3.
and
It's just a laser. That's a good one.
I need to get a laser pistol.
Do the
Yeah.
thing.
But I usually can't aim with 2 pistols. I think the aim works from only 1 pistol. I mean, I can aim it with 1 weapon in each hand. Unless I have independent eyes. So mathematically, my chance...
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, but mathematically my chance of hitting with 2 weapons is better than aiming 1 round and shooting.
That's kind of strange. I never really thought about aiming with 2 pistols.
Yeah.
Because Gunslinger just says like, oh, you just get your accuracy with pistols. As long as you don't do like a move. You just do like
Yeah.
a step. You just get full accuracy with both guns.
Yeah.
But I guess technically speaking, you'd have to aim with. You'd have to aim individually.
You have weird eyes.
So first one's first. I moved you. I wanna
You've
move
been
back.
moved.
You must have independent eyes.
Yeah, that is weird.
You have spider senses and
So
spider
you have like
eyes.
enhanced tracking. You can shoot at 2 different people.
Oh, -4 means that it sums up with the previous damage I guess. So it's still -1 on your.
Same.
So we have
This is the
-2.
And
So we're currently at -2 DR.
Yes.
And that is not the button I tried to press.
Does he not have shock penalties?
Not. It hacks forth another Mega Loogie at Connor. It's a success. How do you defend?
Um.
Side jump.
If I do the drop and dodge, that gives me a plus.
No, it's shooting a projectile at you.
Yeah, so if I do like was it the dodge drop, right?
Yeah, you'll
Or-
end up prone.
And I can't normally dodge, right? Like, I can't.
You can try to dodge. It's just AOE's you can't dodge by.
So I
moving.
can attempt to just do like a retreat dodge.
But whenever, like, yeah, if you dodge, just regular retreat dodge. Oh, hold on. You can't retreat dodge because it's a projectile, but you can dodge. If the you can do a dodge and drop to effectively retreat dodge versus the projectile. But you can't do like a just step back one melee style retreat dodge. And then
Yeah.
you've seen that they explode afterwards, so it's gonna continue going from you somewhere, and who knows where it's gonna go because it depends on how much you succeed your defense roll by. If you just barely make it, then the projectile will probably land closer to you than further away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
you can
do
be
a
caught
drop.
in the AOE again, and then if you're caught in the AOE again, you'll have other issues.
I'll try to do a drop and dodge. So that'll give me a +3, right?
Yes. And you get to choose if you're laying face up or face down.
Do.
Face side.
My dodge is terrible.
Terrible.
This is bad.
Wow, you are a big robot.
Defend. Damn it! I still failed. So even with a +3, like.
Yeah. You're encumbered.
I was encumbered by my armor.
And that 20-pound thing you picked up.
I mean, that didn't change anything.
Didn't
Literally the 5-pound gun and the 30-pound armor.
That's fair. You can always take off your 30-pound armor.
Did the corrosion melt down my armor?
Did you change the weight? Alright. So you get smacked by a corrosive ball of goo, and I assume you're gonna go prone and lay face up.
Yeah.
Where are you laying?
I guess partially like the wall.
The wall. This way.
I guess like the space under me, I guess.
Okay. And then you take. Well, we'll say you catch the ball of spit in your chest as you land, because I forgot to declare random hit location. Take more corrosions.
Okay.
Which eats more of your DR off. And then it explodes and splats everywhere.
Oh no.
What would the two of you like to do about that?
Would you guys like to lay on the ground?
In the AOE.
Can I try to jump forward?
You could attempt to. It's the same as like a grenade going off. So you can dodge and drop, like the robot, to try and move out of the AOE.
Can I attempt an acrobatic jump and dodge? Or something like that?
An acrobatics roll can give you
It gives a plus.
it can improve or it can make it worse if you fail the roll.
I know, it's plus 2 or less true.
The only thing about it is it's an AOE, so like it's a big splat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like being able to say, "Haha, I moved my hips" doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
If the air around you is acid.
Yeah, you'd have to hop out of the way.
Yeah, the only way to do that is to move one hex away from it using the dodge and drop.
Okay.
So rather you just take the damage or lay down on the ground.
Yeah. Lay down on the ground.
You may attempt.
See, if you can get to this hex, you may be fine. Because it only reaches 2 hexes away from you, and that's 3 hexes from it.
Yeah, I know.
So if you dodge and drop, and then get your body here, and then lay down here, you'll be outside of the range of it, and you won't get splattered with acid.
Outside.
Yeah.
Joe, it's all or nothing.
And Penelope's outside the splat anyway, so.
Okay. That's count as dodge retreat or not?
Yeah, it's a retreat dodge. It's called a dodge and drop.
Okay. Fire!
Oh man.
You're laying on the ground and you have acid.
Oh my. So you get splitted.
Effective skill of 9. No. What? Where is my +3? My dodge is 9 by itself.
You gotta put the plus in whenever you.
Okay, so it's a success by 1.
Automatically put it in.
Sorry, so that's a success by 1.
Yeah, because like if you do a slip or a sidestep, it doesn't always give you that +3. Sometimes it gives you a +2 or a +1 depending on what you're trying to do.
Makes sense. So that's a +1 success. Yeah.
So that's a success, and you're laying right here.
Yeah. Belly down. Ready to shoot.
Oh yeah, maximum DACA.
Yeah.
And
I actually, well, it's not my turn, but I will shoot when I'm falling.
pew 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 pew. I mean, effectively speaking, that's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I'm doing the Bernie on his turn. So your go.
Shoot.
Maximum pew pews.
Yes.
Fire away.
Flash mass, 3 shoots, go. Where's my luck? There it is, my luck.
Aha.
So that's the Gauss pistol by 1 success.
Did you get a penalty for shooting while laying on the ground? So no other attacks you do.
I know
Like
you
other.
earned a penalty for laying on the ground and for laying on the ground and melee attacking, but I don't think you suffer those same kinds of penalties with a gun if your opponent is far enough away.
Yeah.
I'll have to double check, but I'm 90% certain I'm correct there.
Okay. I'm flying and shooting.
So he does not defend. You hit him.
That's okay. The first bullet and the second bullet.
What's your recoil?
Gauss pistol recoil. Let me check. Skill.
I think it's either
Gauss pistol.
2. I want to say it's 2.
It's not taking note of the recoil of the Gauss pistol. I checked the book.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever you guys enter new weapons into your little energy reserve frame, that bottom line where it asks for notes, you can copy paste the line from the weapon line, and then whenever you bring up your gun frame, like your energy reserve frame, that'll be at the bottom of the gun, so it'll give you like the details on the gun itself.
Yeah. Gauss pistol. Where's the little huge table? Okay, Gauss pistol. Pitch of fire. 3 recoil 2.
So you landed 1 shot.
Okay, so that's just the first one.
Penelope, your go. You watched acid splatter everywhere. Again, after Connor tanked a nasty loogie to the chest.
Yup.
What do you do?
Hold on, that's not the way I wanted to go. I'm standing over his body trying to shoot now.
Sounds fair.
I guess I can attempt to shoot again, or I can aim this round and shoot next round.
Yep.
Suppressing fire.
How much can I move when I aim?
None.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the bad point. And if you dodge, you lose your aim.
Yep. 2.
So right here is where I was.
Yeah. That's why I'm not aiming, because we are constantly dodging.
I'm gonna aim.
Gonna aim. Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Senor Connor, what would you like to do?
Where's my head at?
I assume your head is down here.
Head.
I would move your character to that end, though.
Like that, right? I guess I will go to kneeling.
Go to kneeling. Sounds fair. Change your posture.
Posture kneeling.
Okay. So next is Yield a Flesh Mass. Yin Sizzle.
From the stuff still on us, or from the stuff near us?
From the stuff still onions.
Okay.
So that's Connor sizzles twice. And then you guys sizzle once.
Okay.
And your numbers are adjusted as such.
I am on 13, I guess. No.
That puts me at 11? No. I was at 6, and then I got hit with...
I think we got 8, 4, and now 1 and 2. So would be 13, 14.
Yeah.
Where was this one at?
Oh, it's just on everything that's got acid on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything that was exposed to that attack.
Nasty creature.
Indeed. And then the creature hacks forth another super loogie.
Oh no.
It hacks it at the one who's closer.
Oh no.
It does, however, have a -2 to hit you because you're laying down. But it hacks.
-2 in that area attack. I don't think that much makes a difference. Okay.
It hacks the loogie, and it failed. It did not work.
Okay.
It tried. You go.
I will crawl 1 hex forward and shoot. If I can. If I cannot, I just shoot.
Yeah, it takes your whole move to move 1 hex while laying prone.
Okay, then just shooting. Flash mass, 3 shoots with the laser pistol and 3 shoots with the Gauss.
Sounds good.
Fail. At some point, I'm gonna lead a critical hit. I'm pretty sure about it.
Eventually, it will happen.
Eventually. But not today, not now.
But not today. Danny, here you go.
Okay, so accuracy 6 on this weapon means I get that taken off.
You get a +6.
Yup. And I'm gonna put. I got 9 left on this. I'll put 4 rounds in it.
Sounds fair.
It would be wise that after you shoot, you give 1 step back. Then the creature can get you and me at some time. I mean, it'd be harder for him to do that.
Success by 0. One hits, I guess.
Yep. Roll your damage. You see a nice round hole appear on its chesticles, where you blow a unpleasantly large chunk away. Connor, your go.
I'm gonna shoot at it. I'm gonna do it. Show it what for. Hmm. 5 rounds.
L50 roundos. Don't forget to subtract your bullets from your gun.
Oh, yeah.
All 5 of them land.
Oh god.
Maximum pew-pews. So roll your Damaggio. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Cue with fire.
Okay. Alrighty. And with that final burst of Daka, the thing takes and it heaves out a sputtered, choking cry, and then it slumps on the ground.
Penny immediately looks at the hallway and sees that our guard ally was standing there doing nothing and looks at him and goes, "The fuck are you thinking?"
He's scared.
He's leaning against the wall, holding his side.
I don't think he's doing very well.
I walk over to him and look in his eyes.
He's sweating profusely.
Okay. I check his side.
You don't really see anything on through his armor or nothing.
So he has no damage on his body, but he's sweating profusely.
Yes.
Are his eyes dilated?
He's not exactly looking great. His face is clammy and depraved of color, I should say.
All right.
But he seems pretty conscious, present in the situation.
Oh God.
What is that called?
Chicken.
So burning does normal damage to them?
Hmm.
Does burning do normal damage to them?
Regular burning does normal damage to them.
So if they have homogeneous, I think that only affects impaling and piercing, right?
I say it affects impaling, piercing, and tight beam burning damage. Because by definition, tight beam burning is a small area injury. And it doesn't make any sense why.
But it's technically not covered under the rules.
I technically know. It doesn't make any sense why a laser lighting up an area the size of a BB is somehow doing 10 times the damage as, being shot by like a 22 or something.
It's because it's a laser.
Laser.
It erases everything in there.
Everything. Everything in that
She's
little,
gone.
eighth of an inch pathway through it.
Penny is going to use a purge on him.
Fair enough. He immediately starts screaming.
Okay.
And he falls to the ground, continually screaming, clawing at his side.
You should have killed him.
Eventually, he blacks out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I try to take my armor off so it can get kind of fixed up.
That's fair. It stops burning on this turn. So.
Okay.
I'm checking his pulse.
So I don't need it eating through my armor and then eating through me.
That's fair. He does not have a pulse.
I get in shock.
So he was infected. The thing killed him as the purge tried to get rid of it.
I mean, that's probably what you would take a guess of what happened. From your perspective, that seems to be what happened.
Yeah, which means we don't have to worry about him turning on us.
That's true.
But at the same time, it didn't kill me, which means that the computer saw it as me trying to help him.
That's true.
All right, well, he was infected.
He was?
Yep. And apparently, if you're fully infected and you use a purge on you, it kills you. That's good to know.
Good to know. A horrifically painful way to die.
But
You
at
mean
least it
the-
wasn't.
That's
You
true.
mean the drug purge?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
I imagine if you use it quick enough, then it doesn't do as much damage to you, but it'll probably still hurt you. This guy was already sweating very badly, and it looked like he was going to start turning anytime in the next 30 minutes, so I thought to use a purge to try to see if it would get rid of it out of his system and hopefully help him, and did not.
oh God. Poor guy.
Yeah. Y'all should stand up now.
Mm. Well, unfortunately, we have to keep moving. We don't have much time.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna check his body for extra armor and, or rather, the replace plates to anybody who can from what he has, and pick up his weapon and ammunition. What did he have on him?
He had a laser carbine on him, and then a laser pistol, and then he had a Gauss shotgun pistol
I take the ammo.
that Blaine tried to
Yeah.
get him to give him.
I very much would enjoy
Collector of pistols,
the batteries.
the DOS batteries.
The-
It's fair.
Was there any ammunition that can go in the weapon I'm using?
No.
Thought so. So I'm gonna take the rifle he has and the ammunition for that, and then split that between me and him and Connor. That way, I have some kind of backup weapon when this rifle goes out, because I've only got a clip after this and 6 in the clip I have.
That's fair. He has 2 reloads for his current weapon, so that's 6 extra cells. You know, the 2 in it, and then 6 extras.
Lisa, have we passed an armory on the way here?
She states that you have not.
Is there one nearby?
She says there's one right around the crew quarters.
Are you liking ammunition so much?
Well, the fact that I'm going through it 5 at a time and the clip's only 20 is problematic. And I'm missing. So, probably. I got a clip left. We'll see what happens.
Okay, because we don't have much time.
We don't. Let's keep going.
Sounds fair. And he had 1 extra clip for his shotgun pistol.
Shotgun pistol?
Yeah.
It's a shotgun or a pistol?
It is a shotgun
Both.
pistol.
How it works? Because when you say shotgun, I picture a big weapon.
That's fair.
When you say a pistol, I picture a small weapon.
It's a pistol-sized shotgun. It's,
You said the hallway's right here?
Yeah.
And,
I don't have anything there for it yet.
I have to use the pistol skill or a shotgun skill for that?
It uses the pistol skill.
Okay. I will take that.
It kicks like a mule, but like it shoots shotgun shells.
That's amazing.
So I suppose that's it for the night then. That works though.
I mean, unless you guys want to explore another 20 feet or so.
I mean, I'm at the edge of the hallway. I was going to poke my head around the corner and see what's there
That's fair. I don't have anything drawn on the map.
very quickly. Yeah.
It's more of a hallway, but it comes to a larger door, and or the hallway is like 3 yards wide, like this one, but it opens up into a larger room. It's like 5 by 5 yards, and there's a big door that says engineering above it, and it says engines aft, and then it says power plant aft, and so on and so forth. Inside of that very same room, leaning against one of the back walls, there's another corpse, and he doesn't look as rough as some of the others that you passed. I mean, he looks like he's been here for a while, but like not a super long while. He's wearing modern clothing, so he might have been here. He might have been like you guys crashed on a ship.
Okay.
But he's a corpse. He's laying there.
All right. Well, have your ammunition ready, and there you go. I expect that guy to stand up, and us have to kill him.
That's fair. I mean, he doesn't move.
I don't trust corpses anymore.
That's fair. That is fair.
You've
guys
broken
seem
me
to
of
be-
that concept.
You guys seem to be being attacked by many corpses. So And what's the plan? What we doing?
That's pretty much it for now, unless somebody wants to go in that hallway and find out. We can fuck around. Do y'all want to go ahead and go down the hallway and end it after that, or what?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, my rifle's trained on it. The second that thing moves, I'm killing it.
Fair enough.
I'm aiming the entire way down the hallway.
Fair enough. It does not move. It just stays laying there. You can see
Right.
it's decked out in some sort of like jerry-rigged armor, and none of it's laying there. None of its kit is like modern times. Like it's made up of a bunch of newer and older stuff mixed together. It's pretty stereotypical of your typical outer colonist.
Okay.
You know, just kind of mumbled up junk. And he has a bandolier on him, and the bandolier has cartridges on it. They're silvery black, blackish silver.
Anything we're familiar with?
Blaine's familiar with the blacky silver looking color.
What do I know about it?
You know that that's the exact same blacky silver colored contraptions that you loaded into your plasma pistol.
Okay. I explain it to you.
Cool.
Except those are the size of your thumb instead of the size of, you know, a AA battery.
So it's for something very big.
What weapon does he have on him?
Yeah,
Also, I'm checking the walls and ceiling.
that's fair. He's laying on his back. You don't see anything in his hands or nothing. Walls and ceiling are just your normal fleshy goo.
No creepy eyes trying to come out at us or anything.
No creepy eyes. He's like sitting up against the wall in like a chair or table or something along those lines. He's not touching the floor.
Okay. Does he have anything else on him other than those clips?
You can give me some perception rolls and tell me what you're doing.
I'm not going to do as much. I'll stand over him, but I'll look over him. But I'll leave it to Blaine to give it a good once-over since it's probably pistol stuff.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Let's see what I can harvest.
Blaine, you find that he has the bandolier on him, and the bandolier has a fair number of those cartridges on it. Looks like there's
Nice.
almost 40 wrapped around it. There's a couple
Nice.
straps that are missing. And again, they're very large. They're like as big around. They're like almost the size of C batteries. They're hefty, chunky. Like
Pretty fucking big.
Yeah, they're perfect Bigo weapons, not a
True bet.
pistol, I guess. Yeah.
And he
So
doesn't
kind of
seem to
rifle?
have much else on him. It looks like he's been, you know, searched before. But you do happen to notice something underneath him, and you reach over and like, what's your plan? What you doing?
I try to carefully check what it is.
That's fair enough.
I'm kind of scared of me surprising.
That's fair. You can see that it's a. You can make out a barrel.
I try to quickly pick it.
Sounds fair.
I use a knife for that.
So like you kind of quasi jimmy shimmy roll him over and try to get it out from underneath him as best as your ability.
Yeah.
What you are congratulated with is a a weird ass looking gun.
Hmm.
Now, what's your backstory? Did you ever come up with a really fancy backstory?
I am a clone. I am studied by the alien race and all. And every time I die, they collect all the data. They clone me again.
Fair enough. So you don't know. This gun looks fucking weird to you.
Okay,
Does
they
it look
probably
like
left. Sorry.
I'm standing next to him as he's looking out? Does it make any sense to like any of the groups that I might have fought alongside against the Empire?
Yes, I mean, you do recognize it. It's a plasma rifle, is what it is. But it's
Nah,
like,
I give you a much better explanation for that. Look.
it's the kind of plasma rifle that they're not. They started off being made super early on, and they're like super cheap, quote unquote cheap plasma rifles, because they don't work like regular plasma rifles. They get around some of the more complex mechanics of it, and it makes them cheaper to produce. They're very popular with certain army groups, certain terrorist groups, because they do a lot of damage. But they're not very popular with any militaries because they're literally single-shot rifles. They break in half like you would imagine like shotguns do, like some break shotguns. And you insert one of those carbonium cartridges and you lock it shut and you pull the trigger. It overheats, but generally speaking, the action gets so hot you can't put your hand near it to reload it. So you don't have to worry about it overheating to that degree. And because it has such a low shot count, and it's effectively you're loading one cartridge at a time, it usually cools down pretty quick.
Okay.
It's also very long.
Okay. So it's either going to be me or the RoboCop.
Yeah.
You want it or want me to take it? Connor.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua?
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua means yes or no?
What's the accuracy on the gun?
It's pretty accurate, but it's a single shot rifle. It takes 3 seconds to reload a cartridge.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Sounds like my weapon.
It's pretty much like sort of like Blaine's revolver style Gyrock that holds 4, except it only holds 1.
How many seconds does it take to cool?
It's standard plasma. It depends on a lot of factors.
I would ask how many seconds take to you to host the weapon, because you can shoot by battle and then shoot with the other weapons.
It's a long.
It's pretty
It's a
good
long
because-
arm, so you need a sling
Yeah.
to be able to quick draw it.
Yeah.
Hey, you can leave it on the ground and get it back later.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Is dropping guns bad? I think that's a bad.
Treating guns that reduces their HP.
Yeah. What's the damage for one shot of the thing?
What's the damage?
Yes.
Penelope, you
Because-
have no idea. Penelope knows that they're fucking devastating.
Yeah,
You don't
because
know anything about guns.
I'm gonna take this weapon,
Yeah,
especially
because-
since I've practiced with this kind of thing before. I know how to reload.
Yeah, I don't have a sling and quick draw long arm, so I can't.
I mean, there's a sling on it, so
Yeah,
I need a
I'm
quick
gonna-
draw.
that is true.
I have the
Another-
ability to quick draw in one round. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I can quick reload this thing. So
Well, it doesn't take box magazines, so your quick reload perk isn't effective with it.
Yeah. Mostly, it's just if you have quick draw long arm, And
I do.
if it's slung, if you drop it, I guess it's just hanging, right?
Yeah.
So if it's slung, you can drop the gun and then quick draw another long arm. If you have another sling, the big issue would be like weight, I think.
Yeah. It's
So I
not
assume this
light.
thing's
The thing has an actual wooden stock,
yeah. I assume this thing's pretty heavy.
and it's got 3 C cells in the butt stock.
3 C cells. This thing would take forever to reload.
Yeah. The C cells don't get used for almost anything other than igniting the cartridges. So like, the batteries last a pretty long time.
It's just that
There's
you
no
don't
heat
want to
sinks on
overheat.
it, no nothing.
You don't want to overheat it.
It's very long, so it's a big bulk penalty.
So you can fire each round, it just heats up the gun, right?
Yeah. There is
And
no
without
fan
having-
to like cool it down. Like, it is bare bones gun.
Yeah, it is
It's
fire
safety
one shot. That's it
features.
for combat.
Its safety features is it's a pain in the ass to reload. Therefore,
That's
you can't shoot it fast enough to make it dangerous to yourself to the point where it blows up like a nuke.
Mostly likely, you probably want to just fire once, maybe twice, and then
Yeah.
get off of it.
Penelope has
Depending.
seen people shoot them quickly. Like, it takes a lot of practice because it's a single shot break action rifle effectively, and it does a lot of damage, and the batteries last a pretty long time, usually a good 10 to 15 shots. They're heavy, and they're bulky. This one also has a bayonet attachment. For what it matters.
Nobody wants to use the bayonet, but if you have to, you'll be glad to have it.
I'm gonna take this thing, just because it needs to be taken with us, because there very well may be a big baddie that needs a big ass hole in it.
That's fair.
And if I have to put it down, I will. But like, it's got a sling. I'll toss it behind me and pull my normal rifle out. I got quick draw for everything, so.
Don't lose it. I'm pretty sure they left here for us. They're serving us.
This guy's
Constantly.
crazy.
No, I'm not
Are we
crazy.
sure he's
Guys-
not infected?
This guy's insane.
Insane. Says the brain
What's
in
the-
a
what's
jar
the-
of fire.
What's the name of this weapon? I'll worry about putting in the actual damage and everything later.
I mostly
Sure I know.
just get the name and the weight, right?
I didn't come up with a name for it.
God damn it! You have a weight for it?
The weight is it's heavier than the regular plasma rifle. Or regular plasma rifle.
A Gauss rifle weighs 14 pounds. A laser carbine weighs 5 pounds.
Big difference there, eh? Give me just a second.
Hold up! I just want it to be called the fucking. What's the thing? It's the It is a Gauss cannon. It's the Gauss cannon.
Close enough.
That's
Gauss.
No, it's the goose cannon.
Goose
Because it
cannon.
cooks your goose.
Oh my.
No, we'll call it the Hell Shot. That's actually one of the weapons from Doom. It's a single shot weapon, and it shoots hell bolts.
Pew, pew.
It's a Hell Shot.
I would say that could
Yeah, you
call
shoot it too much, you might send yourself to hell.
You should call the X weapon because that's probably what Mega Man shoots.
What's the weight of it?
X Buster. Call it X Buster.
It weighs 8 pounds. And its bulk is a minus. Oh god, where's that?
When she loads the
Bulk is
weapon,
a minus 7.
does it make the sound of the Mega Man?
I don't think so.
It should. It should. It's plasma. Mega Man shoots plasma. It's the same thing.
It turns it into plasma whenever you pull the trigger, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I haven't taken any more any major encumbrance changes from carrying it, so.
I'm still alive too.
But, yes, you found a thing.
Hellshot Bandolier 1. How many shots are there?
There's. We will do 3d6 times 4.
Okay.
Pallets. Good pallets.
Oh. 32.
And what's the total weight of the thing?
The bullets themselves are actually kind of heavy. They are
40.
okay. They're 0.18 pounds apiece.
So 4-ish pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still at medium encumbrance, so we're good.
That's 5.76 pounds, according to the calculator.
All right. Yep. Still at medium encumbrance. Okay. If you'll message me on Discord the stats for that weapon at some point, I'd be grateful.
Sounds like a plan.
Anything else in this room?
Nope.
Just looking around, there's no boxes or or not chests, but like suits that's just hanging on the wall that's obvious to be seen by a cursory glance.
There's like a coat rack sitting there.
It doesn't have anything on it.
There's a handful of coats on it.
Okay. Are they special types of suits?
No, they just look like regular old work overalls.
All right. Lisa, which hallway do we take?
She tells you straight ahead.
So there's 2 doors ahead of us. There's the engineering, and then there's the
It's
reactor.
one big door.
Oh, okay.
It just has all that written on it.
Okay. That's why I asked. I thought there were 2 doors. All right, then that'll be our next thing. Is there air behind this door?
There is.
Good. Then I guess that's what we can call it, because at this point, it's unless there's all theater of the mind.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you need to make a map for it?
Not really. Like I said, I'm planning on it just being theater of the mind.
Okay. It's 4:42. Do y'all want to keep going?
I think
I
it would
need
be
to-
best if we.
Fill out everything else.
Yeah. Also, I think it would be best if we rest a little bit before work.
He's Rigo's running on very few hours of sleep.
Okay.
I start to work in about 3 hours.
All right, my vote's in. Please get some rest, Rego.
I will.
Yeah. And shoot me a message about what you think about the expansion once it comes out in a day or so.
Okay. Don't forget to do not make the dailies today. Wait for the update. Otherwise, you get late in the battle pass.
Yeah, I need to make sure Battle Pass pops up for that first. Yeah.
Volt sent.
Looks like Connor won. Nah.
Got
Oh, yes.
bulky boy.
So 3d6 times 5. Armored Advisor 2.
It's not tight beam burning damage, it's just straight burning damage. But it's also explosive surge. So it can knock out electronics.
Okay. Burn 6 plus 3. What is that?
Accuracy 6, and it's got a scope on it for +3.
Okay.
So doing an aim maneuver gives you a +6, but you can aim for an additional 3 turns to get the +3. So you could aim +6, spend 3 more turnings aiming, and then get +2, and then get an additional +3.
Okay. So you can get a grand total of a +11 to attack with the thing.
Yeah, if you take enough time to aim it.
And it's based on long arm.
Mm-hmm.
So where's my long arm skill?
You'll have familiarization penalties. Because it's not a very common weapon at all.
I can't put the max range in because it maxes out at 4 digits.
That's fair. You can just put 9999s.
Rate of fire 1, shots 1.
Yep.
ST 11,
Yep.
which I have, which is good. Malfunction.
Its malfunction is 18.
It does have a malfunction, as opposed to the rest of the weapons we've had.
Well, I mean, technically all weapons have a malfunction of 18. It's just that number goes down whenever they get beaten up.
Okay. I am now kitted out as if I'm playing, what's that game called? Shit, my brain. Mass Effect. I've got 2 rifles and a sidearm.
That's fair. But yeah, you guys have successfully
It's been
killed
fun.
one doodad.
2, if you count that first one.
That's true. You've killed 2 doodads. Well, 3 if you count your friend.
Fair. I'm glad I preempted that.
I know, right?
All I could think was, okay, let's find out if this purge is the fucking problem. Nope. No, it eats him. Okay.
It purged the problem.
It did. And I guess there are no more living people that are above us.
Oh, he's very stable level, is it?
Penny's going to ask the bot in her head that controls the bomb if there are any living members of that are rank above her now.
This is unknown.
Huh. All right.
And those that robot gathers sensory information from your eyes and ears. It can only know what you know.
Oh. But it was telling us before about how far away they were.
Using electron. It was you interfacing with your radio.
Oh, okay.
And you're really far away from where you were at beforehand.
That's fair. Okay, then I am off.
Indeed.
Love y'all to death. It's been a lot of fun. And are we going to play again the same time next week? It's going to be Monday nights now?
Yeah, that's the plan. I talked to Senior Cole. He said that he won't be able to get Mondays off until they swap his job over.
Okay.
And I think that's all.
Well,
I mean, technically, what, 2 Tuesdays?
Yeah. So Yes. We'll conquer that bridge
Okay.
whenever we get there.
Yeah.
Yo, tight beam attacks are weird.
Yes, they are weird.
Later, y'all.
CC.
Sleep well.
Indeed.
They're like
Well, have a good rest, everybody.
You too.
See you.
See.